Hi guys, I'm Danny from Hudis Tactical, and here today we are going to discuss with you the Level 3 Plus ballistic plates. These come in two different types. One is standard and one is expanded protection. The expanded protection gives you 16% more ceramics, which therefore gives you additional safety. However, it is a bit heavier due to the additional material. These have the same material. They're made of alumina ceramics, and these are the same size as standard and the expanded protection. This is also made of alumina ceramics, and this is a 6x8 side plate which comes in pairs. This is used for protection on the side of your body. These plates were also independently tested by NTS Chesapeake, and out of the tests that they performed, they fired 6 rounds, 2 green tips, 2 full metal jackets, and 2 M80. And out of those 6 rounds, there was no penetration and just a bulge on the back. And you can see the reports and pictures for more information on the website. Now, let's go ahead and go over our testing that we performed. So as you can see on this plate, there were a total of 8 rounds fired, 2 green tips, 2 full metal jackets, and 4 M80s. Originally, we were going to fire 2 M80s, but unfortunately, I shot too well, so I'll go over that later on for you guys. So 2 of these shots here were green tips, 2 over here were full metal jackets, and then the 4 M80s were in the middle. So as you can see, these 2 over here broke the tiles, which was as expected, and there wasn't any penetration in the back. These 2 over here did the same. They broke the tiles, but again, there was 0 penetration and very little bulge on the back as well. In the middle with the M80s, right here you can see that there was 1 shot fired here, 1 shot over here, and these 2 shots broke the tiles down here. Subsequently, the next shot that was fired was right here, which unfortunately was too good. And as expected, because there's no tile to block the bullet, it did penetrate and go through the back. Hi, I'm Danny from Hudis Tactical, and here we're going to show you the Level 3 Plus ballistic plate, and we're going to demonstrate by firing 2 green tip rounds, followed by 2 full metal jackets, and then we're going to end with the AR-10 rounds. So let's see how the plate does. So let's see what happened to the plate. So as we can see, the bullet was shot on the left side from the center, and we can see that it made quite a bit of damage. But let's see if it actually went through the back of the plate. So you see all the damage on the front, but if we turn the plate behind, there's very little deformation on that plate. So it protected the human that's using the plate. So now we're going to do another green tip shot. Let's see what happens. So next one is a full metal jacket. Good, let's go check it out. So far we've shot 3 rounds, 2 green tips and 1 full metal jacket. So as we can see on the plate, the 2 green tips are right here, and the full metal jacket is on the right. So let's take a look and see what it did in the back. So look at that. As we can see, there's very little deformation on the back of the plate. So the other thing to note is the 2 green tip rounds were right here, and they shot within 1 inch. And if we look at the back, there's very little deformation even within 2 closely shot rounds. So, and we can see the full metal jacket barely had any deformation on that side. So this held up, the Level 3 Plus plate held up very well. If you look at the clay in the back, you can also see on the left side where the green tip rounds were, there was little deformation, and on the right, there was even less deformation for the full metal jacket. All right, let's switch to the AR-10. Okay, ready? There. All right, let's see what happened. So let's see what happened to the ballistic plate. So after firing about 8 rounds at the plate, we can see that a couple rounds were to the left, but the majority of the rounds were fired directly in the middle, about 6 rounds. Out of all the 6 rounds, only 1 round went through, and that's because there were multiple rounds that were fired at the same ceramic tile. So as you can see here, this is what one ceramic tile looks like, and when multiple rounds hit the middle of it, the other rounds will go through. We can see here that when we break down the rounds on the plate, there were 2 green tip rounds struck on the left side of the plate. In the middle of the plate, there was 1 762 on the top and 3 centralized right in the middle. And out of those 3, only 1 actually went through, and again, that's because it hit the same ceramic tile multiple times. So here's what happened to the back. So we can see that there's some deformation in the middle where the majority of the rounds were hit, but only 1 round actually went through, whereas everything else was blocked by the plate. And the round that hit on the right side of the plate, we can see that over here, there was very little, if any, deformation even on the edge of the level 3+ ballistic plate.